Hello and welcome back to another episode of Inside SA Media, proudly brought to you by Tribox Media and Factfort. My name is Lungisoya Onechia. Happy to be here with you one more time. Let's get into it. October 19th, 1977, a day that still echoes through South Africa's media corridors. On this day, which is known as Black Wednesday, the apartheid government silenced voices it feared the most: newspapers, journalists, and activists. Over 40 years later, the shadows of that day linger. From digital surveillance to newsroom intimidation, how free is our press really? Today, we're unpacking Black Wednesday, what happened, why it matters, and how press freedom in South Africa is still under threat. Let's go back to 1977. Steve Biko, leader of the Black Consciousness movement, had just died in police custody under suspicious circumstances. The world was asking questions. So were South African journalists. In response, the then Minister of Justice, Jimmy Kruger, banned 19 Black consciousness organizations and 3 newspapers: The World, Weekend World, and Pro Veritate. Journalists like Percy Qoboza, editor of The World, were detained without trial. In one sweep, the apartheid state criminalized free thought, press criticism, and Black leadership. The apartheid regime feared the pen more than the gun. This day, October 19th, became known as Black Wednesday, and it has become a symbol of press representation in South Africa. 1994 brought democracy, hope, and constitutional guarantees of freedom of expression and a free press. But real-world politics, especially state capture and economic instability, put those rights under pressure. In the early 2000s, the SABC came under scrutiny for political interference, newsroom purges, censorship of dissent, and the promotion of ruling party agendas. We've covered that before in episode 1, so you can go ahead and catch up on what exactly happened at the SABC. Meanwhile, print and digital media began facing financial hardships. Corporate takeovers, declining advertising, and staff layoffs began shrinking newsrooms and investigative budgets. And of course, we saw even darker things coming to pass: surveillance, threats, and violence. Let's be clear, South Africa still has some of the best press freedom on the continent, but journalists are not safe. In 2017, Amapungane and Daily Maverick revealed the Gupta leaks, over 100,000 emails detailing corruption and state capture. We've done an episode on that too. You can go ahead and catch up on what actually took place in those investigations. These journalists faced hacking, intimidation, and even legal harassment. Journalists became targets. Intelligence agencies began surveilling them. State-linked actors weaponized social media with bots and disinformation. Another episode that we've already gone into that can give you a lot more detail on all the things I've just spoken about here. Even the SANEF, South African National Editors Forum, warned about the hostile climate for journalists. And Black women journalists, they face the most abuse: online trolling, rape threats, and coordinated campaigns to discredit them. Despite the threats, South Africa's journalists continue to push back. Organizations like SANEF, Amapungane, and Media Monitoring Africa provide legal support, research, and even training. Media houses like Ground Up focus on grassroots investigations. Podcasts and YouTube channels, just like this one, are reshaping how the public accesses truth. There's also hope in new laws. The Protection of Personal Information Act, POPIA, was passed to defend data rights, although its balance with investigative journalism is still debated. Civil society must keep pushing. Government must protect, not intimidate. And the public, we must demand the truth, not trends. Every year, October 19th is marked as National Media Freedom Day, but it must be more than a hashtag. It must remind us that freedom can vanish with a stroke of a pen, that journalists are not the enemy, they are democracy's defense. When truth is suspended, power goes unchecked. When media is silenced, corruption grows. Black Wednesday isn't just a historical moment. It's a warning and a call to action. Support your local journalists. Read, listen, subscribe, and hold your media accountable. We all have a role in protecting the right to know. Thank you very much for joining me for today's very important episode on Black Wednesday. And I especially want to dedicate this one to all of the guys in the field doing the work and protecting democracy. I certainly hope that you'll come back and join me again for next week's episode. Until next time, from myself, Lungsuya Kyawa Onachia, it is goodbye.